Audi's vehicles are some of the most tech-rich in the auto industry, and what do you know, here I am smack dab inside a 2019 Audi Q8. So I guess we have nothing else to do but check the tech. We'll start with the freshest part of the infotainment system, which is the Audi MMI Touch response here on the center console. You have a 10.1-inch screen up top handling your traditional infotainment duties, while climate controls are relegated to the 8.6-inch or below. Both screens offer haptic feedback, which means every time you go to make a small adjustment anywhere, you get a little bit of vibrate that lets you know your touch registered, which is good because it takes just a little bit more than your average kind of lay your finger on the screen thing to actually register the press. Now, as for the 8.6-inch climate screen itself, it is pretty straightforward with a generally unmovable style that shows the temperature and various settings like your heated and cooled seats. Above it, there are some small vehicle functions like turning off the auto start-stop or setting the hill descent control. Now let's turn our attention back to the 10.1-inch infotainment screen up top. This is a pretty bone-standard infotainment system packing a little bit of connectivity options, but on the whole, it's not much different from what you'd find anywhere else. So let's dive into a couple of the specifics. In terms of audio, you've got your pretty bone standard options. Click the radio tab and all of a sudden you get access to your FM, your AM, and your Sirius XM. If you're more of a fan of Bluetooth streaming, you can pop over to Media, which will pull directly from your phone. Speaking of phones, clicking over to the Phone tab gives you access to, surprise, surprise, your phone. You can make calls, receive calls, look at your contacts for fun if you're really into that sort of thing. I don't know, you've used a phone before. Next, we have navigation. If you're not a fan of having the map smack dab in front of your face via virtual cockpit, you can just click the navigation tab here and what do you know, you get exactly the same thing over here. 10.1 inches of Google Earth map. Fantastic. You can search for addresses, search for destinations, find POIs. Basically whatever you're looking for, the system will probably find it. One of my favorite things about the 2019 Q8 is that it offers wireless Apple CarPlay. My phone's in my pocket right now. It's not in the wireless charging tray or connected to the USB ports. Yet, still, click Apple CarPlay, boom, pretty good. As usual, there are about 15 trillion ways to customize this vehicle, and they are all located in the Settings and Vehicle tabs. Quick tap of the Vehicle tab lets you focus on more driver-oriented things like your drive modes, your seats, your air conditioning, or your lighting systems. Settings, on the other hand, focuses on the behind-the-scenes nitty-gritty kind of stuff like your display brightness, the tone and sound coming out of the speakers, and system maintenance and other boring software update-related junk like that. Now, MMI Touch Response does have a couple extra tricks up its sleeve. A quick swipe of the right on the home screen and you get both news and weather. Now, news takes a little bit longer to pull down from the cloud, but it gives you your headlines and, the things you need to know while you're driving a car, of course, because who doesn't need to catch up on the news while they're driving a car? Weather, on the other hand, is a little more pertinent. Click weather, wait about 15 seconds for the internet to pull the information down, and hey, surprise, what do you know? Overcast and cold. Fantastic. Lastly, we've got virtual cockpit. Little old hat at this point, but still pretty good. It's a 12.3-inch 720p screen that takes all of your infotainment's main points and brings it directly in front of your face to remove distraction. You can look at the map with the Google Earth overlay if you like fancy stuff, or you can just look at basic information like how many miles you got left on your tank of gas. And best of all, it's all done through the steering wheel. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, navigate through tabs on the left side, or expand or reduce the actual size of the gauges depending on, what kind of flashy junk you like in front of your face. And that's it for the tech check in the 2019 Audi Q8. Be sure to head over to theroadshow.com not only to check out our full written review, but to check out our full review video as well.